Guys, what I'm doing right here, I'm going to show you how to remove the alternator on the 1999 Toyota Avalon XLS. You can also do it with other vehicles the same way here. I'll try to list what other vehicles go the same way, but this is for a 1999 Toyota Avalon XLS. I'm going to remove the alternator and put it back on so you can see. It's very simple, it don't take that long. The hardest part about this job, any job when I'm working on the car, the hardest part that takes the longest for me is finding the tools, because when I'm done with the tools I just throw them there and go back, do whatever. That's the hardest part, looking for the tools. Once you got the tools that you need, boom, 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 you're fast. Of course, you always got to drink a Coke. You don't have to, but if you drink soda, I recommend Coca-Cola. I like Coca-Cola. This ain't an ad for Coca-Cola. I don't get paid for it because I love Coke. Alright, it's gonna be simple, guys. You ready? I'm gonna show you how to do this. I know I'm used to saying guys, but this is for guys and women. There's a lot of women out there working their own vehicles. Save you a lot of money doing it yourselves, man. You go to a mechanic, they're gonna charge you an arm and a leg, and then after that you only need one shoe, one glove, because it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg, so you don't got both. Anyway, this is the alternator right here. To take it off is real simple. We're gonna remove. First, I'm gonna remove the wires. I'm gonna take this off right here. This off right here. This is a 10 millimeter. You can use a socket with a ratchet, or you can just use simple as this. Just use a 10 millimeter this, because it's real easy. Just use a wrench. Use a little screwdriver, pry that up, and it comes right off. Right there. But I'm gonna use there to pull that off. It's a 14 millimeter right there. I'll use that. Then for this right here, I'm gonna use a 12. Same thing for that. I'm gonna use a 12. So it's very simple, like I said. Women and men, this is simple. I mean, they don't get no easier. I mean, this is like one of the easiest jobs you can do. So you can go to the mechanic, like I said, pay a lot of money, or you can just do it the easy way. I mean, do it yourself, save yourself a lot of money. It's that simple. I prefer to save the money, use my money on something else, instead of give it to somebody else for they charge you a lot of money for no reason. Okay, here we go. This is the alternator, like I said. Get these wires out of your way first, that way you don't break them. There's a little clip right here, right there. All you can do is get the screwdriver and lift that little clip, pry on it like that a little bit. Just get it under, pry up, pop right off. See that? See how easy that was? This was the little clip that I pried on right there. The little clip, you pry that down. Just put the screwdriver aside. Get your 10 millimeter. Put it right there. This is easy. See? It loosens real easy. Now you loosened it. I'll try to get my hands where you can see better. Unscrew with your hand like that. Pull it up. Put this back on. The reason I tell you put it back on so you don't lose it, man. Because a lot of times you get it and you lose it. And then you lost it now. Like, oh man, what did I do with that? What did I do with that? I lost it. Remember, it's 10 millimeter. You can use 10 millimeter. A lot of stuff takes 10 millimeter, man. You can say a man to weight to a man's stomach, coming to a man's heart is by his stomach. A lot of times, when you're a mechanic, you can always say weight to a man's heart. Have a 10 millimeter, because they always seem to disappear because you use them a lot. So you're like, oh, what do I do with a 10 millimeter? Well, I freaking lost it. I used it in the last job I had it. Okay, next you want to do is get the 14 millimeter. You can use 14 millimeter or 9/16. They both work. Just so you know. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the 9/16 because it's a little bit longer. Put it right there. Whoop, wrong 39/16 and then I freaking switched it and put a 12. The 12 for the other one. Trying to go hurry, trying to go fast. 'Cause I was trying to show you. It's real easy to do this job. Okay, I'm gonna use that. What I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna take it all the way off. I'm gonna just loosen it up a little bit. There you go. It's already loose. I only want to loosen it because now what you want to do is get the 12 and you want to loosen this one right here. That's a 12. This is a 12. At least that's what I'm using, and that's what's working, so that's what I'm using. So get the ratchet, same thing. Put it right there on the where it goes. You might want to hold it a little bit. With your ratchet, loosen it up a little bit. All you want to do is loosen it. Okay, you got it loose now. Now that you got it loose, now you're going to loosen this. This is holding the. Okay, let me explain this. This one is holding it onto the body. Same thing with this. This is holding it up. Okay, what you're going to loosen here is what loosens the belt. So you want to loosen the belt part. The reason why I loosen this first is because when you loosen the belt, it's going to want to drop a little bit. And so that little swivel right there, that where you just loosened it first, it's going to want to swivel. And it ain't going to want to swivel. It ain't going to swivel if you don't got that loose. Okay, you can fight this like this. Or like I said, it's a little tight squeeze right there to get that off. So you can fight it with a ratchet. You know, right here. To loosen it. And you're not really fighting it, but I'm doing one hand here. It's a little bit hard to try and show you. Or you can simply just remove this hose, 2mm right here, and remove this. You move the whole fan, you got plenty of room to work on it. Okay, but I'm gonna do it a different way. I like to use like electric tools if I can, make it easier. So get the camera set up here. The video could be it's a lot faster than what I'm showing you, but because like I'm trying to show you different ways. What I'm gonna use to loosen the belt, since it takes a lot of screwing to get to the belt pretty good, I'm just gonna use the swivel. So the swivel this is a swivel. You put it on your ratchet, but I use a swivel and a drill. See, and then I can just right away. But this wants to move a lot. So here's a trick so y'all can know. You can get some tape. And tape it right there. It's still gonna swivel, but it's not gonna let it move so easy. So then you can use that a lot easier like that. And you put that on there. See, now I got it there. Now with the drill, remember you can use the ratchet, but I'm gonna do it with the drill to go a lot faster. You can just hold it. You see it's dropping. The alternator is dropping right there. See, now I loosened it quite a bit right there. So that went fast because I used the drill. So if you use the ratchet, it can take a little longer, guys. So now look, belt's loose now. You can take the belt off now. Drop the belt there. Now you can finish taking the rest of the stuff off. Like I said, getting the camera set up is the hardest part actually. Besides looking for the tools that should be put away to begin with when you get done with something and you don't put it away. There, finally found a way to mount it so it could sit there. Okay, now if you want, try to use gloves so you don't have to get so dirty, man. Now you're going to finish taking this one off. See, but like we already loosened it. That's the 12, remember? So you already loosened it. You could probably get it with your finger. If you can't, just go ahead and do it like that. But it might be easier if you just take the ratchet off and twist it by hand. If you can get your hands in there, man. Like, it's kind of a tight squeeze. Of course, I can get it in easier if I were to do it the other way, but I'm trying to show you the. See, if I get in there and do it like this, I can just twist it real easy. Of course, you can't see what I'm doing, but you know what I'm doing. That's what I'm telling you right there. So, so that one we're gonna take off all the way, cause you want to get it out of there. So yeah, I got it way down there. See, I can pick it up, pull up on it, and you can get to it easier. Yeah, but then everything's in your way. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to kind of cover the camera up a little bit there. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm covering the camera up, man. It's easier to unscrew it, but you can't. There, see, I pulled it off already. Now remember, when you go to put this back on, remember how you're taking it off? Let's see if you can see right there, it's facing down. Anyway, see, we got the alternator loose already. Now we're gonna pull this part off. Remember what we use right here? That one. Dropping all kind of tools, trying to do it fast. I need to slow down, but I was just trying to show you how fast it is. I like to do stuff real fast and get it over with. That's the next one, the 14. Still a little bit hard there. Of course, I could spray it with something and make it easier, but just taking it off right quick. Now it's kind of loose. Just you can kind of wiggle the alternator a little bit. It'll help you a little bit too, get it off. I know a lot of people, they're wondering, you look up videos, it's hard to find anything on the Toyota Avalon to fix your vehicle because these cars hardly break down, man. I mean, that's a good thing. But when they break down, something breaks on it, you can't find it videos because, like I said, they hardly ever mess up, so kind of hard to find a video on them. There it is. You loosen it up already. Then you're gonna pull it out. That simple, guys and women. Alternator is out. See how easy that was? Got the alternator out. There it is right there. Okay, when you put it back on, remember, this is gonna face sometimes people be like, how did that go, man? This is gonna face down when you put it back on. Don't face it up like that, you have it backwards. You see how it's going like that? That'll be backwards. Make sure you got it facing down. The whole facing down, the screw on top right there. That's how easy it is. The belt, there's 2 pulleys. It's gonna go right over like that, and it's gonna go over the, it's all oily because I gotta change the power steering pump on there, but that's gonna be another video I'm gonna make. That right there on the alternator, see this gap right here? It goes in between there. Just so y'all know, man. You got that right there. Take my gloves off so I can focus on it. Right there. That's where that goes right there. So that's how easy it was to pull off the alternator if you want to do that. See, that's all that fluid shooting up. I gotta change that pump before I run all my other stuff, man. And then to put it back on, same thing, real easy. Put it back on, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna go reverse. You're gonna get your alternator, put it back on. It's coming through here is easy. I took it out through there. I'll put it into this side again. You're gonna put it. Yeah, make sure your wires ain't touching nothing. You're gonna fry something, man. You're gonna put it right there. See how that's slid on? You can get your bolt, put the bolt back on. Start screwing it back on. Try to go as much as you can. That way when you go use the ratchet, you don't have to put so much. Be doing the ratchet over and over, especially if it's a tight spot. You don't want to be fighting it the whole time. So try to screw it in as much as you can by hand. You can do it easy. Okay. Next, you're gonna put this piece. Remember what I told you? That's gonna be facing down. You're gonna connect it back to that thing, back on the. Which you're gonna get your bolt. Remember, this is facing down, and you're gonna get your bolt, and it goes on the outside of the alternator. Now line it up. Get that in there as well. Like I said, try to see, I already putting it in there. Just try to screw it on by finger as much as you can. That way you're not fighting it with the ratchet. It's harder to get in there with the ratchet when you got to put it back on. So right there, I got as far as I can go. That's the best I can go right there. Next, get your belt put back on. See the belt right there, real easy. You're gonna put on the 3 pulleys. Make sure it's on good on all three pulleys right there. If you got the belt lined up pretty good already, now this is to tighten it. Remember, you can use the ratchet, but like I said, I connect it to a drill and put a swivel, so it goes a lot easier. So you can just hold like this, and then now don't tighten too much. Check your belt as you're doing it. You don't want to ruin your pulleys and stuff. Right there's good tension. That's good enough right there. Got that done. Now you can get your 14mm. Finish putting it back on. Now you can tighten this part back up, man. Gotta take my gloves off to hit focus. Right there. Now you can just tighten this part back up. I just like snug it a little bit tight, not too tight because you don't want to break it because most of this stuff's aluminum. So you keep going, once it gets tight, a little tight, right there, it's getting tight. Feel it get tight, then you just give it a little snug. Know your strength, don't buff it and break it, man. That's good right there. Okay, once I got that, now go put the 12 back on. Now I'm gonna tighten this bottom piece on. That's that bracket that holds the adjusting, the tightener. Remember, you just want to put that on snug too. Like right there, it's already. Oh, I dropped it. I don't want to fight it. Let me pick it back up over here. I'm gonna try to pull it from all the way down there. It'd be hard to get to it. And if you're having trouble getting your socket and wrench right here, your ratchet, just use a smaller socket. I got that long socket right there. Like I said, I'm using a 12. I mean, you can. There's other ones you can use too. That's tight enough right there. I don't want to go too tight. Okay, now you come back to this side. Remember, that's what we took off first. I guess I should have told you, if y'all want, put some tape on. When you pull this off, put some tape on it. That way you don't touch something by accidentally short it out. Now you're gonna pull this off. I'm gonna see where you can see. Pull the screw off. Remember, this is gonna be easy. Just clip right on. You just got the wire on. And you're gonna get this, put it on there. You're good to go. Put this back on. Put the nut right there. Remember, that's a 10. Tighten that up. Get it kind of snuggy. Now definitely don't bust this. Just a little bit tight. You're good to go. Okay, right there. Everything's on already. See, I got it on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 that you gotta loosen the nuts. So that's already on and off. The video is 21 minutes long because I'm holding the camera trying to do it. Otherwise, I could do it in about maybe 10-15 minutes. But thank you for watching my video, women and guys. Like I said, I did this job just for you. There's nothing wrong with this. This is actually a new alternator I put a while back here. I did this video just to show y'all. I took it off, put it back on. There's nothing wrong with it. That's why you see me just pull it off and put it on. It was just to show you how to do it. So thank you for watching my video. If I was able to help you, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get more viewers. I'm gonna tell your friends, hey, subscribe to this guy. He does pretty good videos. I mean, give me a thumbs up. Click on the like. Like I said, appreciate you for watching my video.